I turned up and it was like a surprise party in a sense because obviously I knew it was happening, but everything that was around me was just, it was beautiful.
Yeah,
you know,
there's a bit you're missing out, isn't there? Was there a fire, Dan?
There was not.
No, just wondering why firemen sort of
We had
showed
the
up.
fireman.
Live and let Dyers, live and let Dyers, yeah. Live and let Dyers, live and let Dyers, did it. Well, no, you carried it on to.
No, but it wasn't meant to end then.
No,
there was still more
I think
in
that was
that.
probably the right time to end it.
Fine.
But
I quite
you
like
spoiled
that
the whole
bit.
thing by going on a which is basically a welcome to Live and Let Dyers. Live and Let Dyers. This is the podcast that's taken the world by storm.
Yeah.
We never knew this was going to happen. Welcome to Live and Let Dyers, the podcast that we both enjoy very, very much.
Yeah.
And we love spending time with each other.
No, we've been spending so much time together recently.
Probably a bit too much, actually.
I'm loving it.
Da, 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 da. I'm loving it.
We're really singing today.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's a
all about
Monday.
Singing, yeah.
And make sure you try and sing today.
Yeah, I love singing.
Anyone out there, just do a little
Would
chorus.
you rather music or telly?
I quite like music on the telly. How about that?
I think you'd have to have telly because you can't, relax about your
so
telly.
it's a good debate, that one, but a bit early.
No, mate, we won't debate
go
this
on
morning.
that one.
Yeah.
Well, we find ourselves today on the eve, not the eve, is it the eve? Post Danny's hen do.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously men are not allowed to go to hen
No,
do's,
well, listen.
listen. No, I'm not. I'm not digging you out for that. I'm just saying that
You have a
hens,
stag.
That's right.
But then I've seen a
fingers
lot
crossed
recently.
I can go to Jarrod's stag.
No, but I've been seeing a lot recently, like people do mix their like hens and stags together, don't they? Like it's like a new thing now.
Do they?
Yeah, like they'll do like a joint one.
What
Like
would you call it? A hag?
I think it is called a hag.
No, it's
I
can't
thought
be.
there's something of a sten.
I think hag's better.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I have seen a little bit of that. But for me, I'm like, no, I would rather have had like the separate thing. Because that's what it is, isn't it? Like your hen and your stag.
Absolutely. This is
Oh, it was amazing.
This is all a gaggle of treacles all getting together.
Oh, it was so good.
You looked incredible.
Thank you, Dad.
And,
Thank you so much.
I like what you did. So basically what you did is you got all of your bridesmaids and everyone to dress in black.
Yeah.
And then you was the one who was the little diamond in the middle.
In the white. Yeah, it looks so good. It's so aesthetically pleasing.
Tell me and those wonderful listening people, that's what we call them.
The listeners.
The voyeurs. What happened?
Oh, no, it was... obviously, it didn't actually feel that real. Like, I feel like this whole lead up to the wedding has not felt real. It just feels a bit like a dream. I think it's like when you're pregnant, though. Till you have that baby, it doesn't feel like real. So, obviously, I've been really fortunate because I haven't really had to organise it. Obviously, Mummy and Kaylee, my best friend, my maid of honour, like, they smashed it. Like, they organised the whole thing and it was so... I turned up and it was like a surprise party in a sense because, obviously, I knew it was happening, but everything that was around me was just... Oh, it was beautiful.
Emotional.
I was so emotional. Mummy cried. Like, you know what she's like, Mum? She's not an emotional person.
Well, apparently
is
she claims to not be, but clearly she was in bits, wasn't she?
Well, she seen me. She hadn't seen my dress, like my hen dress. And oh my God, as soon as she saw it, she started crying. She was like, "Oh, you just look so beautiful."
So she buckled early.
My friends were like really emotional because obviously a few already were there, and I walked in and they was already so emotional. I felt really emotional, like absolutely. I need to shout out a bit of Bexley confetti balloons actually for my amazing backdrop.
Bexley confetti balloons.
That she's amazing. Essex based, but I'm sure she travels. She's brilliant. She did me an amazing backdrop. Oh, it was just honestly, Dad. Everywhere I went, there was just something. There was like all little goodie bags. There was biscuits. There was willy straws. There was like little bow. Yeah. I said to Kaylee, I need willy straws. There has to be.
Well, it's the classic, isn't it? The willy straw.
You need a willy straw. We had like this big cake that said like "Till death do us part," and I just danced all night. Like I felt so emotional.
I saw some clips that you put up.
Oh, I just danced and it was merry.
What was the idea of the bins? Everyone had bins.
Oh
on.
yeah, Kaylee got like the like black sunglasses.
Really cool idea.
It was cool actually, wasn't it?
Like with the sort of love art.
Yeah.
Was they love heart
love
ones.
heart
They were
ones,
love heart
yeah.
bins.
Oh.
It just looked such a cool night.
Oh, and all the biscuits were incredible. Butter bakes, another
Was
shout
they
out. Yeah. Oh, she was great.
winkle-shaped biscuits?
No,
or-
they weren't winkles.
No.
They was all like till death and like cough bins and
What?
yeah, like all like because it's like till death to us part,
Oh,
isn't
I
it?
see. Okay.
So she's great. Butter bakes. I always use her biscuits.
I
as
noticed
well.
on your hands you had Bowen to be.
Yeah, Mrs. Bowen to be.
But I don't know whether because of the camera it said to be Bowen.
Yes,
What
that
happened?
pissed me
Did
off.
they put? Yeah, I noticed that.
Because on my first Instagram post, it doesn't look like that. Like on my scrolly photos, it must reverse.
So
No, because if you
on
look
your
at my,
right hand should have been Bowen, and on the left hand should have been to be.
yeah, because obviously if
Because
you
you
look
read
at
it that way, don't you?
But if you look at it on that first photo, it looks fine, Mrs. Bowen to be. But it's when you looked at me live, it looked right. But obviously on pictures, it's like it's reversed it.
It's weird, isn't it? That?
Oh no, but I loved it. My dress,
dress
my
was
gloves.
amazing,
Yeah, I got them like gloves things because I was like, I probably
Bit of
would wear
lace
them.
on the firm.
Bit
I
of
know.
lace. I just loved it. Like honestly, it was so magical. Like all my family.
And starting to become very, very real now.
Honestly, I
isn't it,
felt
darling?
so like Charlotte kept saying to me, my best friend, she was like, Dan, you've not left that dance floor. Like I just didn't. I just wanted to dance the night away. Like Evie, the DJ, she's brilliant.
She's
Evie,
great, young Evie, yeah,
young
great
Evie.
little
Wow.
DJ.
Oh, she just
Evie
knew.
Tresidden, if you want to, or I don't know what her name is on Instagram, but she's going to be a huge.
Oh, she is going to be amazing.
A huge star.
She's so good. She's so good. It was just like everyone, like we were saying, like we'd be midway through our dinner and everyone just wanted to get up and just like party.
What was it? What did you have for dinner at hen?
So we had people. It was either a tomato soup, fish cakes, or like.
So not a tomato consomme.
No, you little snob. It was like tomato soup with a bit of bread and butter.
Oh, so it was
I had
classic.
a fish cake. I had a salmon fish cake, I think. And then there was, you know,
Why
what
didn't
is
you
it
have the
when
soup
you have?
and a fish cake? You could have dipped your fish cake in the
No,
soup.
don't be greedy.
That's a hen.
And
Get
then we
amongst it.
had avocado. What's it when you have avocado, mozzarella, and tomatoes? What is that?
Avocado, mozzarella and tomato. Never heard of it.
Tricolore
Oh God, that
salad.
frightened the shit out of
What
me
is it?
then. A tricolore
Tricolore salad.
salad.
Clearly, because Eggs knows it must be a very middle upper class salad.
It is.
that.
And then for mains, there was either the chicken, the beef burger, or the salmon. I opted for the salmon. Dad, the honey glazed carrots.
Oh, lovely.
Unbelievable. This was at the King's Oak, by the way. If anyone's looking for a little
Shout out to the
venue,
King's Oak,
wow,
actually,
it's
which is
amazing.
really quite close to where
Yeah.
where
Like,
I live and
literally on
Danny,
the
actually.
doorstep, isn't
Don't
it?
go round there looking for us because, you'll come unstuck.
Yeah.
But it's a really old boozer. A lot of people know about it and it always gets quite ramo. But there's a really amazing part of it that you don't really see.
No, you just rent
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
And it was just that people get married there. You can get married there
Yeah,
and
that's
like,
what
have
I'm
your
saying.
parties and stuff there.
Regretting not getting married there now? or-
Oh no, because I like when we're getting married as well. Like
Yep.
it's just, but yeah, honestly, I felt really emotional. Like Nanny, like everyone just like you're celebrating, aren't you? You know what I mean? Like it's,
Of course you are.
You're having that moment of celebration.
Yeah, this is your
and you're
moment,
like, oh
darling.
my God. And
It's a milestone,
I felt so in love with Jarrod that day.
even though you wasn't with him.
And he weren't even at home. Obviously, he was playing Liverpool away,
yeah, it
weren't
was up
he?
with the old Scouse land, wasn't
yeah, like, and it just made me think, oh my God, like I'm actually getting
it?
married.
It's amazing news.
Oh, it was just perfect.
So there's a lot of dancing, a lot of eating by the sound of it,
eating.
a lot of boozing.
Yeah, but I didn't really like. I thought I would have drunk a lot more than I did, but I think I was just so in like dancing, and my corset was.
You was already
we tightened
pissed
it.
in a
I was
sense
just
of.
real
You know what you
merry.
was pissed on, Dan?
Happiness,
Love.
Yeah,
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
You can be love drunk.
that's what I felt like.
Yeah,
I
that's
was.
which is
yeah.
that's true love, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. If you feel like you're pissed on love,
Yeah, I just didn't like. Charlotte was like, have another. I was like, do you know what, Charlotte? I'm just so like, I'm just. But like I was just smiled the whole night. Oh, it was lovely.
the only thing about that, getting pissed on love is there's usually a hangover.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that you're.
No, yeah.
gonna
The next day,
experience
obviously,
that.
we had the terribles and
Yeah, there's a bit you're missing out, isn't there?
Oh, the fireman.
Yeah. There's a whole chunk of this that I've heard about, and I've
my
seen some
God, the
pictures
fire-
actually.
yeah, that
Interestingly,
video will never
we,
be
we
anywhere.
don't need to go too much into it. I doubt.
the
There's probably a
fireman.
reason. So there was a big fireman that showed up.
There was.
Was there a fire, Dan?
There was no.
No, just wondering why fireman sort of
We had
showed
the
up.
fireman, we had the stripper.
But he
didn't get his willy out. He didn't get his willy out. Dana, because I always said if I ever had a stripper, I don't want the willy.
Right,
I wouldn't want the willy.
So what else? What was out then?
So he was just in it. He had his little fireman outfit on. He had abs, obviously. And he put on
so the abs
oil.
was out, shoulders,
Abs was out.
arms,
He just
legs.
did a little dance and that. Like he was dancing around me and things.
Right, okay.
And then Nanny got involved and Mummy got involved.
No, because but let's have it right. You obviously you're the hen, but you didn't want to get involved in whatever he was going to do.
No, I got a bit. You know what it was, right?
No, this is fine.
It was a bit. It's quite embarrassing, isn't it? Like, but it was funny. Like everyone was laughing.
Everyone was laughing.
giggling,
Of course they were.
It weren't sexual. Like, but he was doing the splits.
God,
He
no.
did the caterpillar.
Yeah.
He literally was dancing all
splits,
around
the caterpillar.
But he didn't get Winkle out. He was meant to, but Dana was like, I said to Dana, I don't want the willy out. And then she said, I would have just, I wouldn't want willy in my face.
No, God, no.
Do you know what I mean? It
No.
just felt a bit. But yeah, Nanny was touching his abs.
I bet she was.
Mum was having a dance with him.
I've heard my Jo got amongst it as well, didn't she?
Yeah.
I've heard she sat on his face. Is this
She
true?
did. She didn't sit on his face.
Oh, she's
No,
already,
she did. No, she
she's
did.
already admitted it
He
to
did
me.
like get behind her and grind her.
Oh, okay. This is interesting.
I
right?
didn't get up and
But this is
grind.
all fine by me
No.
because I know that this is what happens on hens and stags.
No, because I was speaking to Jess Creswell, you know, Aaron's wife.
Yeah,
And I was
the
like, oh
lovely
my
Jess.
God. She showed me pictures of like other hens and how it was, and they get their willy out. And I was like, oh shit, I don't feel
Well,
bad.
your butler
now.
in the buff got his winkle out, didn't he? So,
Your butler in the buff had the
yeah,
winkle
God,
out.
God,
Yeah,
thank God
he
for
had
that.
the winkle out.
Right,
Because
so
you have that element of like afterwards, like Jarrod. I'm so lucky with Jarrod because he just doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, of course
Like,
he
I
doesn't.
spoke
He
to him
trusts
the
you.
next day, and he was like, "Oh, did you have your?" Because he was asleep by the time. And he went, "Did you have your fireman?" And he went, "Yeah." I went, "Yeah." And he went, "Oh, did you?" And he laughed about it. Do you know what I mean?
it's because he knows that on
didn't
his
need to know
stag,
the
he
inner
knows that
details.
on his stag, right, he's got license now to
That's what he said.
maybe get a firewoman or fire person. Anyway,
He
you wanna-
was a real sexy fireman. He was great.
Yeah, good.
was
No, your
shitting
mum. I said,
myself.
oh right, so you so you sat on his face, did you? She went, well, I had to. I said, what do you mean? She went, well, Danny didn't want to do it, so I had to take one for the team. I went, oh, okay, that's the perfect excuse.
No one sat on
that
his
you
face.
had to, you was forced into
No,
it.
no one sat
She's
on
doing
his-
it for her daughters.
No one sat on his face.
She's
no
already
one.
admitted that to
No,
me.
I swear she didn't. She was probably getting you at it and trying to make you jealous. She didn't sit on his face.
Well, it
There
didn't
was
work,
a bit of
ladies and gentlemen,
grinding.
because I'm very...
And Nanny Carroll touched his chest. I mean, she's only ever been with one man, Nanny Carroll.
That's
She's only
right.
ever been with Brav.
And, she was very... There's a great picture, actually, taken by my sister-in-law, Nicole, of Carol's face
Yeah.
while she's looking at him.
Yeah.
Have you seen that photo?
Yeah, I have.
It's incredible.
It's so funny.
You're standing next to it,
That's
sort
got
of
to be
laughing.
on the calendar. That's got to be on the calendar all over it.
Because your mother does like to do a calendar every year.
Yeah, she does.
So that one's got to be on there.
Oh, my
looking at this
God.
sort of big fella. And she was loving it, I can imagine.
I put like a little, like Evie who does all my social media, she filmed the night for me. And then at the end of the clip, it's the fireman and people commenting like, Danny, it's about to get interesting. I was like, this is footage that will never be released. It's footage that someone would love to hack.
It's interesting because obviously some of the videos that Sunny was going back over, Sunny said she had to leave the room, it was so naughty. Is it
She
true?
did scream, yeah.
No, but that was what I was going to say. On the videos, the screaming
The screaming.
of all
yeah.
of you girls just screaming at the top of your lungs. I thought,
But this is what I mean. It's
wow.
like you're taking the piss a bit.
Well, why are you screaming?
I don't
What's
know,
the-
'cause it's like,
what's with the screaming? Yeah, well, why would you
Yeah,
scream?
men wouldn't scream, would they?
But
I don't feel like men-
No,
yeah.
how scary would it be if all men
We're just
were
screaming. Yeah, it wouldn't be very
when,
nice for
when
the
the
woman.
treacle walks in?
Yeah, but men must
Going,
expect.
ah,
Like the-
ah. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. It'd be weird, wouldn't it? Jesus.
No, it was just so good. Like, it was such a good night, Dad. I just feel like it's made it feel so. And I genuinely thought in my head, I was like, I don't think I'll be emotional on my wedding day, but I think I'm really going to be emotional.
So Jo was emotional.
So she cried.
She cried. So I didn't know
couldn't
this
stop
either.
crying.
So this
She-
is a
she got the
revelation to me.
Spanish man
So
playing
I
the
didn't
guitar.
know that you did sort of speeches at hens.
Yeah.
Because, obviously the women in the tradition don't make speeches at weddings.
No, like Kaylee. No, but Kaylee's my maid of honour's doing a speech at the wedding.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, she's doing a speech for me at the wedding.
Okay, because we need a female voice.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sorry.
I really wanted, and we did like a little Mr. and Mrs. So Kaylee asked Jarrod a couple of questions, and then I had to answer them and see if I got them correct. And things
I
like that.
see.
So
Right,
she was
okay.
like, "What's the three things that you love about
So
Danny?"
she done a little speech.
Yeah.
Then it was time for your mother.
Yeah, Mum. Well, she
what
couldn't do
happened?
it.
What do you
Katie had
mean?
to do it. Like Katie, like my godmother, she had to just wanted to thank everyone for coming and
Shout out to Katie.
Katie and Mummy couldn't do it, so Katie did it. She was honestly.
So how many
bit.
sentences did she get out?
Not much. No, she just said I can't do it.
Right, so you do know that we're both going to be in trouble then on
the
this.
wedding because Mum's not like that, is she?
And, don't
She
condone
don't cry
this, but
that much.
no, we are going to need a Valium
Oh, I
each.
think we're going to need something. When I say I genuinely thought I'm not going to be emotional, but I feel like you do get so.
Of course you do.
I was just welling
How
up.
emotional is this?
Oh, it's so, and then
It's
and
the
then
most emotional.
And when we did the Mr. and Mrs. and some of the things Jarrod said, I was like, oh my God, he really loves me.
Well, of course he's fucking
It
marrying
was
you.
really lovely though.
So
the
is that you
things he
doubting
said,
yourself again?
And you know what? I'm vulnerable.
Yeah.
It was just really lovely, and I can't wait. I just
Yeah,
feel like I'm
that's-
in a little bubble. Like yesterday when he got home, I wouldn't leave his side. He's like, "What's the matter with you?" I went, "Can we have another cuddle?"
That's pure love. That
He's
is.
like, "Fucking hell!" I was like, "I just feel really in love with you."
As you fucking should be. Because if you're questioning
I'm in
it.
such a string. Yeah, but usually I'm fine. But whenever I was celebrating,
You love.
yeah. I know, I went to Tesco and got him his little pick and mix.
Would you?
Tesco's, they gave the Candy King. He loves he loves a pick and mix, Jarrod.
Well, which he'd earn after we nearly got a draw
won.
with the Scousers. Didn't quite work out for us, unfortunately.
It could have been a lot worse.
Well, it's what it is. This is what we're playing for at the moment, really.
I know.
Just want to get this season out of the way. Get you
Absolutely.
married.
Yeah.
Get you all done.
But you're going to be very emotional, I think, on that day. I think.
Yeah, so I
If
might
Mum
need a
was,
diazepam or a Valium.
I don't know.
Otherwise I'm just going to be a mess.
Or calms that you're
No,
allowed
they
then.
don't even touch the sides with me, don't, unfortunately. Shout out to Calms, though.
I
in
like
case you-
calms. I've
doing
took
it.
them before when I've had a little bit of
I don't think they
wobbles.
work, baby.
Oh, I love a calms.
Do you?
Oh, I just burped.
What happened there?
I just burped.
Do you know why? Because you're so in love.
So in love, I burped.
You've burped up a bit of love there, and that's something that we all.
I love a calms.
Dan has just walked in. Shout out to
Shout
the
out
lovely
to
Dana there.
Lovely Dana.
Um,
Dana was there. Dana looked beautiful. My manager come to
of course she did. I
to
can
the hen.
imagine.
She looked
did
absolutely
she go for a
stunning.
cravat or?
No.
What did she go for? A nice off
She
the
had a little
cuff.
sexy black
Did she?
dress.
Did she have her shoulders out?
She looked stunning, Dana.
Amazing.
She looked
Did she
absolutely
walk in with three
beautiful.
working class peasants behind her, sort of carrying her veil?
She turned up with loads of Easter eggs for me.
Did she?
Yeah.
Easter eggs?
Yeah.
Always thinking ahead, that woman.
She does.
You know what I mean?
But no, it was so special. And I feel like the wedding's going to be incredible. If that was the hen, then bring on the wedding, you know?
Yeah, please. It's going to be a party to remember. And I'm very much excited about this. This is the first of my children that will be getting married. It's massive for me.
Oh, no.
You
It
know what I
is,
mean?
isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is. It's huge. It's one of them things. It's come round. It's that time.
Yeah.
You know, and hopefully it's only going to happen once with you, of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then obviously we move on to little Sonny, or maybe not. Maybe it will be Artie before Sonny. There's no rush.
There's no rush. There's no
You
rush.
know, if Sonny was to get married at your age, then that's in a 10 stretch.
Yeah.
You know, so
So then you can save up for the
I'll be
next bar bill.
57.
For the next bar bill.
Yes, probably going to need to save up. But no, listen, fuck it. Why do we earn readies? We spoke about this last week.
I know.
You know, like, why do we earn readies for these occasions so that we can, overindulge and enjoy it and not have to, like a lot of people at the moment, have to cut every fucking corner, because they're struggling to pay bills. But this isn't a political podcast.
This is not political.
This is this week. This is a podcast
Of love.
about love.
It is just about
Which
love.
I'm sure that a lot of you are cringing out there.
We're so sorry.
And shout out to anyone that's just had a breakup.
Oh yeah.
Because there will be some of you that have
it's horrible.
have
going
lost
for a
love.
breakup. Yeah.
But
Breakups are horrible.
But you will get your love back.
You will.
Do write into us on that Thursday episode and tell us about if you have lost love, just because we do need to waste time on it. And seconds are very much important. So, Dad.
Yeah.
Back by popular demand.
Yeah.
It's the classic. Sometimes we do it, sometimes we don't. We run out of time. It depends what eggs is.
Eggs is done.
Served us up.
Yeah.
But it's time to get amongst the Tumble Dyer.
The Tumble Dyer.
Which is a platform, a foundation for us to talk some shite. So let's churn it out. What is it this week? Straight out of the Tumble Dyer.
Whoa.
this is a tricky one.
Yeah,
this.
lockdown. 5 years on it's been.
Yeah,
5 years.
I always.
But it feels like 5 years ago. It does feel like it. You know what I mean?
I don't know. It's so weird, isn't it?
Feels like longer, actually.
It's so weird that we did that. That we did as we were told. You know what I mean? We were bullied into it somewhat, I feel.
Yeah, lockdown was really... I felt like for the first few months, people were enjoying it, off work. It was very hot, wasn't it?
The first month was exciting.
Yeah, everyone was just drinking, playing games, making banana bread. Everyone was just outside because it was boiling hot at the time, wasn't it?
It was a lovely month, and it was also about the idea that our family, all of a sudden, we were thinking about death a lot and about people dying around us, and because that fucking bollocky speech that Boris made, and he was sort of in denial about whatever was going on. Oh, don't worry, we'll never have a lockdown. And all of a sudden he does his news thing. You must stay indoors.
Yeah, it was literally like a zombie apocalypse.
Do stay indoors.
Yeah.
Like, fucking hell, this
Queuing
is like
up for
a film.
Tesco. Do you remember you couldn't get no toilet rolls or pasta?
But it was about us going, oh, okay, so this is like really scary and never happened in the history.
Ever, is it?
Well, I suppose it happened maybe it was 1910, or was it before that, when the Spanish flu.
Absolutely, yeah.
But again, you didn't have tellies then.
No, you didn't.
How did they get the message out? I don't know if they had lockdowns then either.
They had that person, the town
criers.
Yeah.
It's not
They
mentioned.
did have the town. I quite like the town crier.
Still fucking traumatised by
the
it.
town
Yeah, I bet
crier.
you liked it. Yeah,
It was funny seeing
I was
you
wondering
in
about
a
that
suit.
itchy fucking, £7 fucking, costume that you got. I don't know where the fuck he got it from. Yeah, even the bell was shit.
I thought it was brilliant.
That life's never been the same since.
No.
Everything's fucked, and it starts from there.
Yeah.
Just in the age of hate and anxiety, and the fact that we still haven't recovered our economy from it.
No, we haven't, have we?
And
so many people
will
lost
we
their
ever?
jobs.
So many businesses
yeah.
that died a death,
Yeah.
high streets that died a death that was already on their arse, everything pushed online. We made Jeff Bezos one of the richest men in the world, because everyone went onto Amazon.
Oh shit!
So I think he was earning 40 grand a second at one point.
Oh, because everyone loved a bit of Amazon. I mean,
What
I love
other
Amazon
choice
now,
did you fucking have?
But I'm terrible on it now.
Cardboard. So anyone that was in cardboard at that time making boxes, Keiko fucking Bako. So a horrid time, actually, having to choose your own, your favourite sibling on that Christmas. Remember that Christmas
God,
of, I think it was 2020.
No, because we was meant to, they opened it up, didn't he, that you could socialise with family.
Yeah, thanks, Boris.
And then he closed it again and was like, oh no, you can't spend time together. Remember, then we went and got all of them. Remember, it was all paying privately. God, they cost a fortune.
We had a
COVID
Christmas,
test.
and then I went and got us all tested, didn't I? Cost about 800 shots.
Yeah, we paid for it. They put the little things up your nose.
And we was all clear of it.
Yeah.
So that way we could have your nan, ran and bruv.
Yeah. Because Mummy used to just drop food outside Nan and Bruv's house, didn't she? Like I think she dropped him like some chicken wings.
I suppose, listen, we were trying to do the right thing, but if we look at it now, it doesn't exist.
No.
How can something that shuts down the world now not exist?
Well, it does, but it's like we don't speak
doesn't
about
matter.
it.
Well, do
You
know
can
what I
have
mean?
COVID
So why are
and you're
people
allowed to
dying from it? Are people
socialise.
still dying from it?
Yeah.
We don't get no more information about it.
No, we don't.
Everyone riveted to that news, always running across the bottom. How many people have died? How many people have caught it? How many people have had the vaccine? Like constantly being. And now no one gives a fuck.
Did you get the vaccine? I got all three.
I had to.
We had to, didn't
I
we?
had to.
Yeah, because we was travelling. We had to.
Fuck
We
it
had
was,
to because
but-
of our work. Remember, we was doing the
Absolutely,
travel show.
yeah. We was told
and
you have to do it, and also to travel.
Yeah, we had to
You
do
was
it.
never going to be. And we went on holiday, and we wanted to. Obviously, I was working at EastEnders, and there was a lot of older cast members, so. I held my arm out.
But I still got COVID. Me and Santi got so ill with it. Remember?
I never had it.
Oh, I was so ill.
So
and
it was
then
nothing
Mummy
to do with
got
the
it.
vaccines that says you can't get it. But, I don't know. It
And
was
I'm
a
not really
scary
like
time.
that, yeah.
And it's fucked up a lot of people still. We're still a bit fucking cuckoo from
Think of like Lily and that. She like our cousin. She never got her prom. She never know what her GCSE exam results were. She never. It was a
People that went to
predictive
university
result, wasn't
around
it?
that time had to pay the same money for a course where you're sat in a room on a laptop.
Really?
So it's not, drama schools, same shit. You're doing it.
Shit.
Yeah, so actually all bollocks. and we're still recovering from it. So all the governments around the world should fucking hang their head in shame, right? Because none of them were prepared, and all the money they take from us, to prepare for things like this, their fucking strategy was hide in your house.
Yeah.
So they were all a fucking disgrace. Not one of them could deal with this thing, which, you know, in this high-tech world that we live in.
Yeah.
You know, and we're meant to be prepared for this stuff. And actually their strategy, which was such a basic thing, which was hide in your house, don't go out. Fucking cheers.
I know. And it was, like I said, it was fine for the first few months, but it's just how everyone just deteriorated, and, you know, people just lost so much out of it. It was a hard time.
Yeah, I know.
It was a really, really hard time, weren't it?
A lot of reflecting on your life. A lot of sort of thinking about who you love, who's important to you. And also, for me personally...
Because it did exist, Dad, because look at, like, Rachel. Her dad got COVID and was dead in, like, 3 to 4 weeks.
I know.
People just...
No, I'm not saying it didn't exist.
Yeah.
I'm saying the way it was dealt with.
I mean, it was horrendous how it was dealt with,
you know, the fact that, you know, everyone really... It was down to us being obedient by staying indoors when there was nothing put in place, you know. It's just, I just find it fascinating. And that goes across the world, to be honest with you. So for me, it was about reflecting. I'm not going to lie, I've drunk a lot of, interestingly, Corona.
Yeah.
You know, because it was called Corona and that was the only beer left in the supermarkets. And also a lot of Lego building for me.
Yeah, you've built a lot of Lego, didn't you?
You know, it made me, and a lot of others out there. Shout out to my fellow Lego people.
You love building Lego, don't you? You are good at it. You are creative.
It's not hard. You just got to read the things, isn't it?
No.
But you're just whiling away the hours, you know, listening to Celine Dion and doing Lego. That's how fucked my headspace was.
It was just that when you had to queue up for, like, in your trolleys, weren't it? Remember waiting outside?
Zigzagging,
You used to, trying to get all your bits and that.
Following the arrows. Follow the arrows. Follow the arrows.
You had your masks on.
You know, fucking hell, man. I hope that never comes back.
Remember when you couldn't get petrol and all? Remember that?
Yeah.
When they had it on the... But no, there was never a petrol, like when they were saying it had all run out.
Oh, that was
and
after,
wasn't
it?
Yeah, there wasn't.
That's right, yeah. People were panicking petrol.
I remember I waited an hour to get petrol, and then you'd get there and you only had to fill up. Like, I think you was only allowed to put 20 quid in.
Fortunately, Dan, I think that...
Oh, my God, that was crazy,
tough times coming.
What, you think it's going to come back?
Maybe, darling.
Oh, I wouldn't like that.
We've got Trump fucking about, you know, putting tariffs on everything, and so, you know, it's no,
but I'm terrible. I don't educate myself enough. I need to start, like, you...
Well, it's about
listen
Trump.
to Question Time.
Yeah, but there's a reason why he's in, isn't there? And again, this isn't a political podcast.
No.
So we don't really want to get into it, you know, because, again, it's a minefield. But, you know, there's obviously a reason why this man's got back into power. It's because the other lot fucked it up so much. You know, like, there must be something. There's a reason why he got in first time, because Barack Obama, who was the big saviour, obviously wasn't the big saviour, was he? And actually was just a yes man. People got sick of it. Trump gets in. They want someone that says stuff that other politicians don't. And what other politicians do is they spout shit to get in power. Look at our government we've got now, this Labour government. They're I don't know what they represent. I don't know what they are. They're worse than the fucking Tories. Hence why there's a rise of reform. Because the other two have let down society so badly. And that's worrying.
Yeah.
But it's the truth. Can't trust the Tories because they're can't trust Labour, another party. So let's vote for another party.
Yeah.
But again, this isn't
a political
podcast.
No,
this
not.
is two Dani Dyers chewing the fat, talking about love. Because there's not enough love in the world. We need more love. We need to look after each other more. Kindness. You know, it's just not around, is it, at the moment? We're all fending for ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's all on the back of lockdowns and people having to fend for themselves and going, oh, fuck everyone else. Everyone else is going to kill me and give me a disease.
Yeah.
And the kids are still dealing with it.
Yeah, oh, my God, I know.
You know what I mean?
Kids are always ill now, aren't they?
Well, not even that. Just the fact that they're socially inept. Socially, they can't deal with people anymore.
No.
And everyone's been driven into their phones and, you know, apps.
Everything online, apps.
Of course.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they?
I know, because that's
you know,
what
they're
they
2 years off school, kids. They didn't even do that during the war, Dan. They still went to school with fucking gas masks on.
Oh, shit, yeah, that was
But
2
with
years.
school, no, there'll be no school. You know, you can all be teachers in your fucking house.
Oh, yeah. Do you remember that?
Anyway,
I'm glad I didn't have to deal with that.
Congratulations, everyone that came through it. You know, and I've still got half a bit of dignity and, you know, feel like they've still got some of their life. and their family. And also we acknowledge the people that did lose people. You know, it was a fucking scary time. Let's pray that this fucking bollocks don't come back. Or, you know, that there's a virus that's, you know, that kills, you know, everybody.
Oh,
we're destroying ourselves, darling. You know that.
I know we
so
are.
we've got to get as much joy out of this fucking
yeah.
life as we can. Because who knows what's around the corner. But again, this is a podcast about love.
Yeah, it's about love.
And so,
and being pure.
Let's all be hippies. Let's all be more like Eggs.
Yeah.
Who is a young hippie, you know. He's in the wrong decade, Eggs.
I love Eggs.
And any regular listeners would have seen him, what he looks like.
We love a bit of
Eggs. He's sort of a hippie.
He's very hippie.
He's a hippie shaggy do, is who he is. And that's why we love him.
Hippie shades.
He could play Shaggy, I think, in a stage play.
Yeah, he could play Shaggy.
Yeah, he could play Shaggy. He's got the shaggy look. Oh, the grand old Duke of York. He had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, and he marched them down again. And when they were up, they were up. And when they were down, they were down. And when they was only halfway up, they were neither up nor down. What a stupid fucking
Do you know what
rhyme.
the twins would have just done then? Yeah.
Yeah. You do that a lot when you got little babies.
Yeah, they clap at the
Yeah. And they get so excited about
clapping
at shit. You know, it's good if you need a little boost for your ego.
Remember as adults, every time we did something, we did that, we clapped.
Yeah.
I got off the train. Yay!
Yay! You know what I mean? Just everything. You know what I mean? Like it would be.
Oh, it'd be such an American world.
But you've got to encourage them.
America's very like that. It's very like, oh my God, do you want a ham sandwich? You look amazing.
I don't think they eat a ham in America.
What do they have? What's the ham that they have?
Oh, I don't know. What is it called? It's not ham. It's I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Maybe they do have ham. Actually, they probably do, but it'll be a different kind of honey glazed ham, which I'm going to put on my pancakes in the morning. You know what I mean? Like ham and pancakes with fucking syrup.
I
and shit.
can't deal with the mouth.
I know I'm talking like I'm in some sort of 1920s gangster movie. Shout out to all you gangsters out there. Actually, you're having a lovely day.
God,
But it's time to wrap this shit up.
Yeah,
then,
let's wrap it up.
You know, and I know that there'll be people now that go, "Oh no, it's over again." But unfortunately, it is over. There's people that need to use the studio. So I'm just going to remind you again because I think you forgot. Not, you know, because this is especially this podcast has been about love and affection. And if some of you are feeling a bit down, this is something that you must remember. And you also must take it. I don't know what time of the day you've listened to this. Might be early, might be sort of mid-afternoon. But take this with you, these words, for when you finally put your head on the pillow, you know, and go into that slumber. You're loved.
You're a mug, mate. I ain't doing it no more. I'm not doing it.
Why not?
They're going to have to record your love.